Live Sayed
Yeah.
Yasuddin. Yes, we live. We are live. So I am starting.
Hmm.
Okay. Very warm good afternoon to Honorable Trustees of Vidya Bharati Trust Institution, our respected Principal Dr. Piyush Jain sir, Department Head Professor Vishal Dhimar sir, our TNP member of Department Mechanical Department Dr. Arif sir, all staff members, and dear students of SN Patel Institute of Technology and Research Center Umrakh. Myself, Dr. Damayanti Ji Vadgha, Training and Placement Officer of SN Patel Institute of Technology and Research Center Umrakh, welcome you all in behalf of our institute. Our institute organizes technical events consistently for students to gain knowledge, associating them with the various aspects of life. Today, Training and Placement Cell of our institute is organized this webinar to boost confidence of students and make them aware about the practical field scenario of industries. I am here to welcome Mr. Chirag Bakshi sir once again, who is one of the leading personalities in academic and industry world, having a vast experience in the field of industry. So, sir is here with us to guide and motivate students by sharing his expert knowledge with us. Our principal sir has already interacted in morning session. So now I would like to request Mechanical Department Head Professor Vishal Dhimar sir to say few words about Institute and Mechanical Engineering Department. Sir, now mic and platform is yours. Kindly proceed.
Hello everyone. Hello sir. This is Vishal Dimber from SNPIT in charge head of Mechanical Engineering Department. Our institute right now running different graduation program and post graduation program. Right now in Mechanical Engineering we are running BE Mechanical with 120 intake and post graduation in Production Engineering with 24 intakes. In mechanical engineering, we are having different labs facilities to aware the students with practical knowledge, and we are already organized numbers of webinars in during the lockdown period also to aware the students for the aware the students with industries. So our students are into and eager to learn Mr. Chirag sir. So I request Arif sir to go ahead with this seminar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
So now I will try to have a brief intro of our respected speaker to our students. Mr. Chirag Bakshi is a general manager of KK Retroflex in Ankleshwar. Sir is having a very vast experience in this particular academic industry field with many honors in his account. So actually, this is a very big profile. I can't describe right now. So I will request Chirag sir only to give his brief profile introduction to our students, so that they feel delighted to have very down to earth personality with us like you, sir. So now I request Chirag sir to start with this.
Thank you very much. And again, very warm good afternoon to you. And I'm sure this is very difficult to have first session after the lunch because people have just finished their lunch and then making them, alive and making them awake is a real tough task. But anyway, I'll try my best to keep the students, interact with students with my own experience. I'm Chirag Bakshi. I am 1980 graduate of civil engineering. I have 41 years of experience, during which a few years I spent with some private contractors and 34 years I spent in GNFC. When I retired, I was general manager, additional general manager in GNFC and HOD civil department. So I'm very sure that the students must be thinking what a civil engineer is doing amongst us. Maybe odd man out. But anyway, this is my opportunity to share all my industrial experience with you and try to feed you with the real scenario of mechanical engineering in industrial world. Industrial world is growing very fast and exponential growth is seen in chemical industries, automobile industries, And pharma industries, new vaccine has come, aeronautical sciences, and every day you see something new cropping up in the world of engineering. And I tell you, no nothing can work without a machine. I'm not much through with machine. And let me also not remember the definition of machine given in the film Three Idiots, because you know more than me. So let me not go into that domain. But nothing is possible without a machine. Even civil engineering has fairly mechanized these days, and machines have a lot to play in every step of an engineer's life. If I talk about chemical industry, or any automobile industry, or even any industry, machine mechanical engineering has got a wide scope. Probably next to chemical engineers, mechanical engineers have got upper hand, because again, as I said, machines have a very wide role to play. The machine, no process. I'm not here to discuss about heat exchangers and design of heat exchangers, pressure vessel, and WPS and the boilers and cooling towers. No, that is not my domain. Arif sir and your Dimat sir, and they're all quite expert to teach you about that. But what I tell you, that all these things, what I said, girth gear and heat exchangers and piping and high pressure piping and welding procedures and chimneys and so many things, they form an industry. Tanks, they form an industry. Structural steel, they form industry. So any industry, mechanical engineer cannot be separated from any industry. Even they cannot be separated from construction industry. Yeah, even construction. I am from construction industry. Even from there, nothing can be automobile. Nothing can be separated from mechanical engineering. So, friends, at this point of time, I would just like to touch upon one point which is very important from management point of view. Tomorrow you will step out of your college and you will go for a job. Tomorrow you will, even when you step out, you might have few mindsets in your mind, whether you would like to go for a business, you would like to go for a consultancy, you would like to go for a design engineering section headed by you would like to go in, or maybe like to go for a job. Jobs are also equally available for mechanical people. Design consultancy, there are quite a few number of people, not probably adequate in busy industrial zones like Dahej or Jhagadia, wherein they have heat exchanger designs and high pressure vessel design and maybe detailed designing of mechanical engineering, mechanical parts. So that also is a good domain for people stepping out of your institute. Number two, maybe you can have your own workshop. Even workshop is a good proposal. You can have your lathe machine. You can have a fabrication shop. You can fabricate tanks with you. You can have pumps and motors. Pumps, maybe you can manage the parts of the pump, wherein they will be very essential for any industry to survive or any process to survive. So, if we are talking of a job, now let us come down to a job scenario. If we are talking about a job, it's like that. With my experience, I can put it this way, maybe a bit different comparison. Whether a fish is important or a pond is important. Complex? Confused? No. Let me make it simple. See, pond is a organization. Pond is the ocean of organization, and fish is yourself. Who is important to you? Whether are you important for and be a part of organization, or an organization is important for you and you would like to be part of it. And tomorrow, small fish in a big pond or big fish in a small pond. Whether if pond is important, organization is important for you, don't mind for being a small fish. Enter as a small fish. You will gain momentum. You will gain weight. You will gain gravity. You will gain, density, and you will become a big fish over a period of time. So don't be afraid of entering an organization as a small fish. No. And maybe big fish in a small pond. Yes, if you have some known people around you, some family connections, some more known people who know you, maybe enter as a big thing. But I tell you, friends, it is a bit difficult in this time, especially after COVID situation, especially after the recession prevailing all over the world in any sector you may name. So in that case, becoming a big fish in a small pond is a bit impractical. Let us not think of that. But I gave example just to compare both situations. So I tell you, small fish in a big pond is a very good way to start in. You can start with, don't forget about the size of fish. Don't forget about at what stage you are entering. Remember, okay, I am at the stage where I am, but I entered at a very junior level. Okay, because I was knowing that I was knowing my potential. So when you know your potential, you know that you can do something more than what you are paid for, what you are expected of. Probably management is going to take care of you, keep you in the good eyes, keep you in a blue-eyed books. So you will be definitely rewarded appropriately, accordingly, as per your performance. So focus on your performance, but that comes later on. But as I tell you, maybe I would like to share my experience with you. So uh, don't mind entering a big organization as a small fish, maybe as a junior level, as a trainee level, at a apprentice level. Enter the organization. And there is a myth prevailing across the students world that entering a organization as an apprentice or a trainee, their trainees are just said, just file that paper and get that photocopied, and like that. But no, that is not there. I work with GNFC, at GNFC, and there are many such institutes. I know. I'm also moving in many industries right now. So all industries have a specific respect to the training engineers, to the apprentice people, because normally people prefer to inculcate or to train or to nurture the students, the incumbents who have come to the institute as a trainees, as a apprentice, so that they would have put some effort to train you in there for the organization. So you would like to deliver in better way than recruiting somebody else at a senior level. So that is the thinking thought process going on in the minds of management of today's these organizations. Enter organization as a trainee, enter as an apprentice. Don't mind for some few stipend or few rupees or some staying facility, or I have to stay with somebody else. Don't mind. Enter. And then when you have entered, focus on your performance. Just try to be very specific, try to be unique, try to give something extra for which management did not expect you to do it. Management did not probably pay you for that. Probably I go to that extent. Do something extra for which you are not paid. It's a small example, it may not be befitting. Auto normally carries 3 passengers. Why do they take 6 passengers? Something extra for which auto is not meant for. Like that, try to give something more to organization by your own expertise, by your own abilities, your technical capacities, and let management focus on you, keep you in their mind, so that you are inculcated, you're cultivated, you are nurtured, you are kept in blue books, and when opportunity comes, you are appropriately rewarded by growth, by salary, by stable job, like that. In this process, I told you about management scenario. There are ways, friends, to evaluate your performance, even to evaluate yourself. I do it at my level, even at this stage, and that is called SWOT analysis. Friends, this is very important. Please listen to me very carefully. SWOT, SWOT. S stands for strength, W stands for weakness, O stands for opportunity, and T stands for threat. Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. If you take one by one, strength stands for what strength you have, what capacities you have, what are your plus points, what are deliverables at your end, what can you deliver to make you different from others, to make you better than the best. They are strengths. They are your peers of becoming a successful person in life. What is your strength? Number two, very difficult, but very important, but very sensitive, but very delicate, is your weakness. We human beings are very weak in finding out our weaknesses. But friends, we have to find out. We should know where do we fall. Concrete is weak against acidic condition. I said in the morning, the same thing. So concrete has to be protected. Its immunity has to be improved. Few human beings were weak against the COVID-19 or Corona situation. So their immunity was improved. This thing. So when you found out the weakness, when you knew the weakness of a particular element, substance, or a human being, then you could take preventive actions, protective actions, proactive actions, and corrective actions to overcome that weakness. You should know what is weakness. There's no shame in knowing your weakness, and there's no shame in even telling yourself that yes, I need to improve in this sector. Number three is opportunity. Look, depending on your strength and weaknesses, depending on your personal capabilities, depending on the surrounding environments, depending upon the culture in which you have been born and brought up, you must be able to see the opportunities. Where do you have opportunities to perform, to have a job, to do your duties, to do your best? What would be what would be the right place for you to do the best? So that you must be able to find out the opportunity. And threat. What is your threat? Do you know what is your threat? Again, difficult. Like what is your weakness? Today you have your own colleagues, your friends, your classmates, and everybody. Tomorrow they will be standing for the same interview. The position are two, and there are 10 people for giving the interview, and 8 out of 10 are your classmates. Let's don't take it as a threat, and not exactly threat, but then yes, you should know that are you better than them? Are you able to are you confident that you will be selected? So you should be able to spot your threats. For a businessman, suppose if somebody says starting business, thinking of business, putting up a workshop for tank fabrication, he should be able to spot what are the other tank fabricators around him, and how can he give the best tank fabricated tank. Can he give best welding procedures? Can he use the best welding rods? Can he have the economical process wherein he can reduce the cost of manufacturing? Many aspects. So that comes under threat. So strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. These are the tools to elevate yourself. I recommend, I request, I pray to one and all who are listening to this talk that you must do it, if possible, every day. Every day is a new day for us. Do it for every day. That will give you scope to improve. That will give you scope to perform better than yesterday. Every day better than yesterday. आज कल से कुछ अच्छा करूंगा. आज कल से कुछ I'll do something better than what I did yesterday. So that better 1.2 point, 1.2 point. How much will it pile up when you grow 30, 40, 50? It's exponential growth. Just in the way in which chemical industries are going exponentially these days, pharmaceutical industries are growing exponentially these days. Similarly, exponential growth. So SWOT analysis is very important. I told you about small fish and a big fish, small pond and a big pond also, to help you to decide how to start your professional career, how to start your job career if you're going for a job. SWOT analysis is very important for a businessman, for a person to start his business. Even if we want to start as a design engineer, a design firm, maybe pressure vessel design or heat exchanger design, or maybe fabrication shop, or consultancy, or industrial consultancy, or there are many avenues available, and there are even avenues available in shutdown jobs. Industries take planned shutdown once in every year, and that shutdown is for 20, 30, 20, 15 days, as per depending on the number of jobs, depending on the production scenario, production target, production schedule, product planning. So there are, it's a discipline, exclusive discipline, shutdown job. Shutdown job, people are invited for shutdown job, even to manage shutdown job, even to execute shutdown job, because the time taken by for doing that job, if that is 3 months, in shutdown you will complete in 10 days. That needs a very special skill, a very special effort, a very special focus, attention, capacity, caliber, intelligence, resources, and zeal, enthusiasm. So shutdown job is activity. There are few parties I have seen during my career at GNFC. They would work only during shutdown. To JNA shutdown was 15 days, and then X company shutdown was 20 days. But by God's grace, they were staggered, so they were not falling one over the other. So they had the resources to one after the other. They used to get the jobs. Even if they were not, they were in series, they were in parallel. Then also they would put some more resources, and they were surviving only on shutdown jobs. They had extra caliber, extra focus, extra attention, extra capabilities of doing the shutdown jobs. So even that also is a very good avenue for people like you to have shutdown job assignments. Establish yourself as that. Inculcate your culture and attitude for that. That also will be very useful to you. Job, shutdown jobs, consultancy, design engineering, your own fabrication shop. These are the few avenues for you. But at the end, I would like to sum up with one thing, friends. Scenario is becoming a bit tough. Survival of the fittest, Darwin's theory, which I studied when I was a child, is again cropping up, again raising its head. It's again becoming maybe virtual and becoming applicable to one and all. So you have to be fittest to survive. So don't count rupees, don't count few perks and few sort of facilities X and Y. Even if they are 5 or 10 or 15% less than your expectation when you step out as a mechanic engineer, then also try to get into a slot, try to get into an environment, try to get into an organization. If you get an opportunity, don't miss it, because probably your institute is a very internal institute. So many of the companies must be coming to you as for campus interview. Even if they don't come, be in a search. These days you are all more expert than we people on Google search. Go on Google search, go on other search engines for a suitable opportunity, and they look. I tell you, industries need such persons, enthusiastic persons, young persons, so that they will be benefited. They put some effort to train you, and then when you become have you have some gravity with you, you get yourself trained to that atmosphere. It's an asset to the company. Do you know? I remember, I forgot the name of the company. Probably it was some paint manufacturing company. They gave 30% high pay to their employees during COVID-19 period. What was that? Other people were releasing or retrenching their people, but that company recognized that their manpower is their asset. And I tell you, 95 out of 100 companies always recognize that their employees are their asset. And employees are always respected. And these days, a culture has really started in the industrial world that uh, trainees, apprentice, coming at a junior level, coming at a lower level, coming as a trainee, they should be really trained, they should be really inculcated, they should be really brought to a level of that company's standards and management. And that's how they should be trained, they should be given opportunity to grow, and they will grow, company will grow. And that is what is the scenario prevailing over these days. So friends, don't be worried about your initial emoluments, initial perks, and all those things. You have a bright future ahead. And as I told you, nothing is possible without a machine. A cycle is a machine. You know, at home, a pressure cooker is a machine. Even right now, I'm talking to you on laptop. Laptop is a machine ultimately. Okay, electronic, but it's a machine. Even in civil engineering, a concrete mixer is a machine. Batching plant is a machine. Vibrator is a machine. And there are nothing is possible without a machine. A machine is a machine. Automobile, you have cars and scooters and cycles are machines. So, friends, you definitely have a very strong and upper hand in industry. Try to not to not to take disadvantage of it, but then try to take maximum advantage of it. Try to mold in that particular slot, mold in a particular shape, so that you can give as a best discipline, you can give your best, and two best put together will really improve the scenario, improve the conditions to exponentially do better than what others could do, or what others can achieve. And I'm sure when you do the best, friends, sky is also not the limit. NASA has gone to Mars today. They have gone to Mars with helicopter. What was that? You saw that with the movie Mission Mangal. So it was virtually shown how things can happen. And you all know more than me how machines can be helpful to achieve that goal. And NASA has gone to Mars today. I had opportunity to go to NASA, USA. So NASA, I mean, what a mechanical engineering and excellence, better than the excellence, the degree of excellence. All these things are there prevailing, and it was done by a mechanical engineer. Okay, blended with some more inputs, that's fine. But mechanical engineering has got a very good upper hand in total engineering disciplines. So, friends, I always advise you that if you come across industry, spot an industry. If you don't come across, spot an industry and get into this slot, so that you get at a right time, so you can grow with the company. You also grow, company also will grow, and you will be definitely benefited, definitely rewarded, definitely it will be appreciated for all efforts you did. But you must also be unique, you must also be expert, you must also be doing better than your capacities, so that management can locate you. If you want to go for business, there are many business opportunities available, like fabrication shop, I said, like other shops, even mechanical people also go for other shops. Even these days, the corrosion control treatments are also handled by mechanical people, because you learn the subject of corrosion control. Though metallurgy, it is in fairly good depth in metallurgy discipline, but you also learn a lot about corrosion control. So in Gulf area, uh, mostly the things are corroded because salinity and petrochemical complexes over there. So there they need a lot of mechanical people, corrosion control people. So even there you have good opportunity. So small fish in a big pond. Start your career. Don't worry about fish, because fish is going to become fat year after year, and organization also is going to pond is also going to become ocean. Fat is fish is going to be a big fish, and I wish you a great success in your career when you step out of university, because you have great knowledge with you, you have great engineering discipline with you to take the area, the state, the nation, and the fraternity of mechanical engineering far ahead. Serve the nation the best, and that's all I have to say. With my experience, I tried to touch upon most of the topics. If you have any questions, you are welcome. Probably this is what I had to say. Arif sir?
Yes, sir.
Arif sir? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you
This
very
is
much,
all I had to
sir.
say. Any questions you have, or anything more could I share with you? Like to ask me?
Yes, fine, sir. You have given a very good, what we can say, scene of today's industrial scenario and opportunities which exist in a particular. And the most important thing which you have discussed is like a fish in a pond. A very good thought was that, and it will definitely helpful to the students to come up.
Thank you.
I mean, mostly what the students feel like that ke after they study, complete their B, they directly get the job. They should directly get the job in a good profile or a high profile company. But now the scene has changed and they have to start from the crude, as you have discussed. If we should start from the basic, we should not take care of money right now, but we should have some hands-on experience. That is the most requirement
That's
by the
what
students because
that,
what they learn in the college may not be there in the industry.
yes.
Theory and practical,
Uh,
they both are the two ends.
I will support you, Arif sir. One that two
Yes,
things. One is as you also said right now that pond is not a point of matter. Only you should enter. Forget about perks. Forget about few rupees. Forget about a few facilities. Have to share a room or maybe a bathroom is far away. I mean, forget about that. Try to get a slot. Try to get into this slot and get it because as I also said, survival of fittest is now
yes,
cropping up
yes,
very
sir.
seriously, and those who are not fit or those who are not ready to little adjust, I'll not say compromise, but not ready to adjust, probably there's a dull future for them. And number two,
Yeah,
as I referred three idiot in the beginning, I would also like to
yes,
repeat again that book knowledge is very important. It's a fundamental thing. X plus y equal to z. You must know, Dr. Arif sir. You are teaching the same thing. Principles
yes,
must be clear, fundamental, very clear. But as you rightly said, only theory knowledge, only book knowledge, only classroom knowledge has to be polished, has to be advanced with your practical knowledge. And practical knowledge will not come overnight over a period of just by in a month or two.
obviously.
Therefore, that struggle is necessary. Struggle is necessary. One has to put somebody in that slot. Maybe you may not get food for 3 days. Yes, it happened with me, Arif sir. I tell you my experience.
Yes.
I tell you, I was working at FCON's Cochin, and I had it was a very humid climate. I was from Gujarat, and I went to Cochin, humid climate, and working across the sea, right in this sea, middle of the sea. We had some pile foundation work going on. I had cold for 4 months. My
Oh,
cold did not, yeah, I had cold for 4 months. And 4 months, and there's a new job. I was sat in charge, so I could not take leave. So I had fever, I had cold, I had body pain. Food, you can just get rasam and sambar and some rice to eat. So, I mean, all adjustments, I don't say compromise, I don't say sacrifice, but yes, adjustment was there.
so some
And
adjustment
that
is required.
adjustment, and that adjustment, sir, I tell you, that experience of that 41-meter deep pile, constructing 41-meter deep pile with 1.07 millimeter diameter of caisson and 6 piles, and no, for the foundation for a longest southern railway bridge. That experience has got me a job of consultancy in a very renowned, for which I had to go to Mumbai today, in which a very renowned organization at Gujarat, Porbandar, worth about 6 crores.
Oh, great,
Same
sir.
pile foundation is to be done. And that experience, they said, what experience do you have? I explained to them. And so, yes, I didn't remember what difficulties I faced, but I remembered what did I do there? What made me different from there? What made me taught over there? And I picked up those things, and that got me a job. I'm a consultant over there.
Oh,
So as we rightly discussed, no, few compromise. अरे जिनकी बहुत बड़ी है यार, एक दो दिन खाना नहीं मिला तो क्या हो गया? It's a very long
yes, sir.
life.
True, very true, sir. That's
Yeah,
great, sir. Your
it's what.
this particular what story will try to motivate our students. So
Please.
not to get dream of all time to get heavy good opportunity in heavy
Yeah,
industries.
yeah,
We should
yeah,
start from the
yeah.
scratch.
It will not have bed of roses when you step out of university. No, you will not have bed of roses. You
Yes,
will
yes,
not have.
yes.
And even a rose has a
So
thorn.
yes, yes,
Even a rose
definitely
has a
true,
thorn.
sir. Very true, sir. Actually, what we
Yeah,
are doing in our third year and final year students, we tell them to join training as well as internship, whatever it may be. It may
yeah,
be medium scale
yeah.
industry or it may be a small scale
Yes,
industry, but they
yes,
should get
yes,
exposed to the
yes.
industry.
Absolutely right.
What
Absolutely
is
right.
actually the industry is? What is the atmosphere over there?
Have a feel of it. Have a feel of it.
Feeling. Yes,
You
yes.
you studied how to design a pressure vessel in the classroom, or how to make a WPS for welding procedure, and heat exchanger, and you have seen only in books and only some pictures. If you see it really, see
Yes,
a boiler inspector inspecting boiler, really, it's a thrill.
they are very, very huge.
Getting the slot. Yeah, you get into slot, and that
Yes,
will
yes,
make
yes.
them perfect. That will make them perfect.
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yeah,
So, sir, it was a
yeah.
very excellent session for our students
Thank
to get
you.
motivated by your thoughts and story. Uh,
Thank you.
so, I think now I
I
will
tried
have
my
one
best
vote of
to.
thanks.
Yeah.
Sir, no, sir, you have given a very, what we can say, in an elaborate way and motivate the
Thank
students
you.
to go for, especially go for training and internship first of all during their studies, so that after that they have the overview of the scenario of the industry for better placement.
I am available on my mobile. My email is very simple. AUM Chirag. You also have it, so you can
Yes,
share
yes, sir.
my email with the students.
Definitely.
And if they want any guidance, because I am connected with many industries, so
Yes,
if
sir.
I can guide them, if at all there are any opportunities for them, I can guide them, and maybe for their better future.
Fine, sir. Definitely. We will give them your contact details,
Sure.
especially your email ID, so that they can contact you anytime
Welcome.
in case of any
Welcome.
query.
Welcome.
So I think now I will have a vote of thanks for you. So thank you so much, Bakshi
Before
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
be- before we end, Arif sir, I have a practice of whenever I give such talk, small talk or big talk, I end up with national anthem. Will it be after vote of
Definitely,
thanks,
sir.
or will it be right? Will it be after vote of
Out
thanks, or
of
will it be right now?
outer vote of thanks we will have,
Sure,
and then we will end the session.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So now, thank you so much, Bakshi sir, for such a wonderful session to make aware our students regarding the present scenario and opportunities lying in the industries. I take privilege to convey vote of thanks to Speaker Mr. Chirag Bakshi sir for sparing his valuable time from his busy schedule. I would like to thank our Vidya Bharati Trust, our respectable principal Dr. Piyush Jain sir, our mechanical department head Professor Vishal Dhimbar sir, and our training and placement officer Dr. Damyanti Badga ma'am for organizing this event. I would like to thank our TNP team members and all the faculty members of the department as well as institute for their help and support for successful execution of this program. Thanks to all the dear students and other audiences for joining this session. At the end, backbone of this event, that is Mr. Bhavesh Patel sir, one of the what we can say respected and eminent assistant professor of computer engineering department, has organized this what we can say hardware technology and software technology. He has provided the platform to us to organize this event. So very good, what we can say support was there for him for this live streaming of this particular session. Thank you very much, sir, once again for your such a wonderful and motivating speech for our students, and this definitely will help them for say go for their career. Okay, so now
Thank
before
you.
ending this session, I would like everybody to stand up and have a national anthem.
I also would like to express my deep, heartfelt thanks, sincere thanks to SNPIT Institute, Arif sir, Dr. Damayanti, and everybody to give me an opportunity to share my thoughts to mechanical people. I mean, the civil person
Yes,
talking to
I,
mechanical students. And thank you so much for respecting my industrial experience. And I look forward to some more interactions like this. Thank you.
definitely, sir. Now we will try to have our offline interaction if possible.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
जनगण
जन
मन
गण मन अधिनायक जय
अधिनायक जय हे भारत
भारत
भाग्य
भाग्य
विधाता
विधाता पंजाब
पंजाब
सिंध
सिंधु गुजरात
गुजरात
मराठा
मराठा
द्राविड
द्राविड़
उत्कल
उत्कल
बंगा
बंगा
विंध्य
विंध्य
हिमाचल
हिमाचल
यमुना
यमुना
गंगा
गंगा
उच्चल
चल
जलधि
जलधि
तरंगा
तरंगा
तव शुभ
तव शुभ
नामे
नामे
जागे
जागे
तव शुभ
तव शुभ
आशीष
आशीष
मांगे
मांगे
गाये तव जय गाथा
गाथा
जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे
जय हे
जय जय
जय
जय
जय
जय
जय
हे
जय हे. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much once again.
Thank
So
you.
now we can end our session over here, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, fine, sir.
Thank you, sir.